In problem 1, we have a business that is faced with 2 possible investment opportunities, and we have the initial cost and net cash flows for each of the investment opportunities. And what we're going to do in this question is work out the net present value of both investment A and investment B and see whether or not either of the projects are worth going ahead with. Now, if we start with investment A, and we can draw a timeline and put the different cash flows on. So time 0, the cost is 50,000. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get 6,000 at time 1, 6,000 at time 2, 6,000 at time 3, 20,000 at time 4, and 30,000 at time 5. Now, in calculating the net present value, what we also need to know is what the cost of capital or required rate of return is, and that is 10%. Now, when we calculate the NPV, what we do is we compare the cost of the project to the present value of all the future cash flows discounted at the required rate of return or cost of capital. So that'll be plus 6,000. Now 6,000 at time 1 needs to be brought back 1 time period. So it's divided by 1.1 to the power of 1 plus the next 6,000. 1.1, this one goes back 2 time periods plus 6,000. 0.1, that's brought back 3 time periods. And now you should be able to see the trend. So now the next one will be plus 20,000 brought back 4 time periods plus 30,000 brought back 5 time periods. Now if I put that into my calculator and I work out what each of those are collectively, I get a net present value of minus $2,791. And because the net present value is less than 0, we wouldn't go ahead with the project. Now for investment B, we've got the cost of the project is 100,000. So I'm just going to abbreviate it with a K. 1, 2, 4, 5. We've got 40K, 40K, 30K, 10K, 10K. Now the net present value of investment B, so I can put an A there and a B there, will be minus the cost of 100,000. And we follow the same process, plus 40,000 over 1.1 to the power of 1. It's 40,000, 0.1 power of 2, plus 30,000, 0.1 cubed, plus 10,000, 0.1 to the power of 4, plus 10,000, 0.1 to the power of 5. And we just followed the steps that we followed previously. Now if we work out what those cash flows are collectively, we get $5,000. Now, and what we would say is because the net present value of project B is greater than 0, we would go ahead with the project. Now, another way of thinking about that is not only does project B meet the required rate of return of 10%, it goes above that, and what it does is it creates above that 10% an extra $5,000 of wealth for shareholders. So in summary, we would say, therefore, accept project B as the net present value is greater than 0. Now, below this calculation, I will place the Microsoft Excel spreadsheet that I prepared where we verify both the net present values of both projects and we also calculate the internal rate of return of both projects.